Welcome to Cougnation, the show that keeps you up to speed on all things Cougar Athletics.
Tonight, as always, we bring you news and highlights from around WSU's varsity and club teams.
See how Cougar Football is continuing to break records and make headlines this season.
And take a closer look at the rising sport of ultimate disc.
All that and more tonight on Cougnation.
Let's go.
Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Hi, I'm Ben Weinman.
And I'm Megan Abundis. Welcome to a fresh new episode of Cougnation, the sports show that's all Coug all the time. We begin tonight with the Washington State women's rowing team, who started off strong in their first regatta of the fall season 2 weeks ago. At the head of the Pandore, under stormy conditions, the Cougars raced 4 varsity 4 boats and 2 varsity 8 boats against the Gonzaga Bulldogs. In the varsity 4 flight, the Cougar B boat, consisting of Cougar rowers Teo Barindi, Yeva Adamabatute, Morgan Cathere, Elise Jones, and Emily Bouquet, had the top time of 18 minutes 46 seconds. Meanwhile, in the 8 flight, the Coug team of Kim Kuhn, Alex Waddell, Gina Head, Aaron Schuster, Mallory Wardell, Carly Johnson, Ella Odlin, Noelle Christensen, and Julia Monroe finished with a time of 18 minutes and 3 seconds. Washington State returns to the water Saturday, October 26th for the head of the Spokane hosted by Gonzaga.
After a strong non-conference season, the women's volleyball team has stumbled out of the gates during Pac-12 play. Dropping matches to the second-ranked Huskies, as well as Utah and Colorado, the ladies are fired up and preparing for victory for their return to Bowler Gym next week against Stanford and Cal. Despite these recent losses, the team has remained unified with the help of senior Cameron Irwin, who has remained the vocal leader on the court, keeping the ladies focused. The team is looking to get back on a roll and hopes that some home cooking here in Pullman will set the season back on track.
The women's soccer team is continuing to have an incredible season. Led by Michaela Castaigne's 10 goals and goalie Gervine Claire's 8 shutouts, the Cougs have a strong record of 8 wins, 1 loss, and 3 ties, placing them in the prime position to compete for the Pac-12 title and a berth to the NCAA tournament. The ladies will take on Oregon State this Friday here in Pullman before they travel down to the desert to take on the Arizona Wildcats and Arizona State Sun Devils.
Construction on the football operations building is progressing rapidly. After a team practice, the WSU football team and coaching staff all have the chance to sign the final beam of the building. The beam is scheduled for installation later this month. You also might have noticed that the new scoreboard has finally been completed with the additions of the Cougar logo and the Martin Stadium lettering. The outside of the building is still on schedule to be finished this coming May, and the inside is scheduled to be completed this August. Keep up to date with the construction progress online with their live webcam, as well as the Cougar Football Project's Facebook and Twitter pages.
Speaking of Cougar football, WSU quarterback Connor Halliday has been lighting up the scoreboard with an incredible game down in Berkeley, California. The Cougars won 44-22, and Halliday threw for a record of 521 yards, the most in the FBS and snapping an 8-game skid with the Golden Bears. Despite suffering injuries against Stanford, Halliday torched Cal for 3 touchdowns and became the first Pac-12 quarterback since 2007 to have over 500 passing yards. Halliday also set single-game records for most pass attempts with 67, and his 41 completions are second most in Cougar history. His 521 yards against the Bears are also second most in the school history for one game. After a slow start to his season, it seems like Halliday has been improving every game. Cougnation reporters Bridget Larson and Kyle Kammer took it to Martin Stadium to talk more about how Cougar football is making headlines this season.
Heads up!
Thanks, guys. I'm Kyle Kammer.
And I'm Bridget Larson, and we're here on Martin Stadium today to talk about Cougar football.
Yes, it's been an exciting young season so far. We're not quite all the way through, but there's been already a full season worth of highlights and a full season worth of impact players. So far, my impact player has been DeMonte Horton. On the defensive side of the ball, he's had huge interceptions, and none was bigger than that 70-yard interception return for a touchdown at the USC game in the game which they won 10-7. Their only touchdown came on the defensive side of the ball. but there's also been a lot of offensive standouts. And who do you think stood out offensively for the Cougars?
Offensively, I would say Gabe Marks. He's always been a strong offensive player. He's had 37 catches and 4 touchdowns this season. He's really, making his mark in the offense for this team.
Right, no pun intended, of course. But yeah, Gabe Marks is the leading receiver, and he's the main target for both of the quarterbacks. We saw Connor Halliday start throughout most of the season, but we also saw a fresh start for Austin Apodaca in the Stanford game. There wasn't a lot of good Cougar highlights to take out of that one besides maybe the popcorn guy.
Yes.
But we did see a little fresh look at quarterback, which was a nice change of pace.
Yeah, for sure. And for me, I think Apodaca is so great just because he's so athletic in his movement. He moves around, he looks at his reads, and that's something that I really notice for him as a player.
Right. So far, a lot of improvement from the first year of Mike Leach into the second year, and we got a lot to look forward to, not just for this season, but also in the years ahead.
Definitely.
So we're going to wrap it up here at Martin Stadium, but it's been a good season so far in Cougar football, and that's why we're here. We got a lot of optimism, a lot of excitement, and so we're going to pass it to you guys back in the studio.
While the WSU football team continues to make headlines this season, so is one very unique Cougar fan. Despite battling a cold this week, Brenna Kelly joins us now, and she toughed it out. And she's here to talk about the now infamous popcorn guy. Hello, Brenna.
Hey, Ben. Well, the WSU versus Stanford game had Cougar fans talking, but not just about what was happening on the field. In the bleachers, one Washington State fan had his own way of coping with the bad weather conditions and his team losing, with popcorn. Check out this guy that found his way onto ESPN Sports Grid and all over the internet for his impressive eating skills. This video right here received over 250,000 views in just a matter of days. Although his identity still remains a mystery, he's come to be known as Popcorn Guy and landed the #1 spot on ESPN's Come On Man list, proving popcorn still looks good, even when your team's playing looks pretty bad. Now guys, he's obviously trying to stay under the radar. Do you think he'll ever surface?
I mean, the video so far has gotten so many views, and he's not been found yet, so it's probably unlikely that he'll ever be found.
I don't think so. Did you guys happen to catch Mike Leach's video reaction to Popcorn Guy?
Yeah, I did. He said this mystery man can give his wife and daughter a run for their money.
It's nice to know that even though the game didn't turn out the way we wanted, we can always look back at the Stanford game as having this moment. Popcorn Guy.
Absolutely.
Great story. Thanks, Brenna.
Yep.
In the first meet of the season for WSU women's swim team, the Cougs fell to top-ranked Stanford. Although they lost the meet, the Cougs had some standout individual performances. In the 500 free event, the Cougars swept, winning the top 4 places led by freshman Elise Locke. In the dual meet against Cal, 7 of our swimmers placed second, including Emma Johansson, Nicole Peru, Lori Olson, Frederique Hall, Elise Locke, and Kelly Tannhauser. Unfortunately, the Cougs fell by a score of 164 to 89. The team's first home meet of the year will be this Friday at Gibb Pool as they take on the USC Trojans.
Moving from the pool to the grass, the WSU cross-country team has started the season strong. The women's team, led by Captain Ruby Roberts, finished the 10th at the NCAA Interregional Jamboree in Sacramento, California. Roberts took 17th overall in the 5,000-meter race with a time of 17 minutes and 20 seconds. The men's team finished 20th overall at the Notre Dame Cross Country Invitational. The top Cougar time was set by Andrew Gonzalez, who ran the course in 25 minutes and 8 seconds. Catch the Cougars next weekend at the Inland Northwest Classic in Lewiston.
Swinging into things with women's tennis, the teams finished strong at the WSU Invitational 2 weeks ago. On Friday, the girls captured singles titles in all 3 flights against Eastern Washington, Idaho, and Seattle University. Maria Birikova, Diana Ogyenovich, and Lizzie Linknecht all finished first in their flights. The doubles team of Maria Birikova and Olga Molsovich swept the #2 doubles draw, winning all 5 of their matches on Saturday. The WSU Invitational was the final home outdoor fall event of the season. These ladies look to finish their fall season strong at the ITA Northwest Regional in Sanford, California. Good luck, ladies.
Tennis isn't the only team that had a successful home tournament here in Pullman. Cougnation reporter Megan Murnane dropped by the Huckleberry Hat tournament to see how the WSU Ultimate Disc team fared in their most recent matchups.
I'm at the Valley Roads Playfields with the Ultimate President, Corey Foss. So tell me a little bit about the rules of Frisbee.
Ultimate Frisbee is 7-on-7. One team will have the disc and they will throw it to another teammate of theirs. And once they catch that disc, they cannot run with it. They have to stop and they have to establish a pivot like in basketball, and they have to throw the disc to advance. And what you want to do is get it into the other opposing team's end zone, and that's how you score points. And once that happens, the team that did not score has to go back to the other side of the field and wait to receive the pole, which is pretty much start of the play for the point.
Tell us about your uniform a little bit. I see that you have a fan on your jersey.
So our club team name is Suspicious Package, because we can't use the WSU Cougars because of the copyright. So we have this package truck, which one of the alumni designed, and we got the little question mark for the suspiciousness of it. So.
And you have your Frisbees decorated as well.
This right here is one of our club discs. It says Washington State University on it, as well as Suspicious Package. And we have about 50 or so left that we sell to raise money for our club team so we can travel to tournaments and put on tournaments as well for the other teams.
I saw you guys jumping and diving a lot out there. How do you train for this kind of event?
During practice, we kind of establish kind of intensity in practice. We want people to get after the disc. The reason why it's called Huckleberry Hat is because, well, huckleberries, because it's prominent in the Northwest, there's a lot of huckleberries. So we just chose kind of another H word to go with hat, because it's a hat tournament, because on Saturday, we actually take everybody's names and put them into a hat based on skill level, and then we draw for different teams. So everybody from all the teams that came this weekend, they're all intermixed with everybody else here. So no one's on a school team. It's just kind of we're having fun, hanging out, meeting new people.
So if someone's interested in joining the Ultimate Team, what can they do to find out more information?
If they go to the University Recreation webpage and they click on the sports club link on the left, there should be all the club teams listed there, and then just got to click on Ultimate Disc, and we have a web page with our practice times on it, and when we meet, as well as an email where you can email me or the Ultimate Disc at wcu.edu. Email and contact me if you would like to purchase a disc or just more information about the team.
Thanks, Corey. Looks like this club is having an ultimate time out here. Back to you guys at the desk.
Ultimate Disc just seems like a fun game. It's athletic.
All you really need is a Frisbee and a field.
Yeah, I definitely will be going to these games, trying to participate. It just seems like a lot of fun.
It does. I can't wait.
Yeah. Now that you've heard from us, it's time we hear from you. Robin Ditch is here with your fan feedback. Robin?
Thanks, Ben. Once again, I took it to campus to hear what U.S. fans had to say about what's happening in Cougar Athletics. Here are the results.
What's been your favorite sport to watch so far?
Definitely the football games. I love them.
Yeah, and you've been to all of them so far this year?
So far, all of them, yeah.
And how have they been?
They've been great. They've been exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially the home ones. I mean, I went to the Seattle, but
yeah, that was a little rough, right?
We put up a fight.
Yeah. We tried to at least.
We did.
Who's been your favorite player to watch?
Buchanan.
Why is that? Because he just
demolishes guys.
Lumber down, right?
Why, yeah.
Definitely. He had 12 tackles this past game. He's all over the field all the time. What's been your favorite sport so far in Cougar Athletics?
I definitely like watching basketball most because that's what I've grown up playing.
Okay, what are you most excited about for this basketball season coming up?
I don't know. I just hope we do good.
Yeah?
Get to some tournaments, win some games.
And do we make a bowl game this year? It's only 2 more wins. We got 6 games. What do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Definitely bowl game.
Are you going to go?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to go to the bowl game?
Yep.
Awesome.
Go Cougs!
Well, it looks like the Coug fans are excited for the football season, and they've been playing well and possibly a bowl game in the near future. Don't forget to follow us on WSU Cougnation. Let us know what you're thinking. I'm Robin Ditch. Back to the desk with you guys.
Well, that's all we have for this episode of Cougnation.
Stay tuned every Monday night at 8:30 for new episodes. And don't forget to like our Facebook page.
Thanks again for joining us. I'm Ben Weinman.
I'm Robin Ditch.
I'm Brenna Kelly.
And I'm Megan Abundis. Good night and
Go Cougs!